the Velvet Room, a space for an open conversation about Black love, marriage, religion, and generational wealth. Sit back and relax and be prepared for a real discussion and open conversation. Like and subscribe.
Hey, how you doing?
What's up? What's going on, party people? Fellas night. Yeah,
Fellas night.
That's right.
Yeah.
It's ladies, but how about it's fellas night?
Okay, all right. You gonna keep it 100?
Fellas night. You don't catch too many places called, emphasize the fellas, It's all about the ladies, women's night and this and that. All they ever about, the fellas night. But we doing everything right.
I gotta get the real stuff for tonight.
Got a little something.
I got the real stuff.
Oh yeah, okay. Good thing you're there, Pinocchio.
Houston, if you didn't already know, this is a fake drink. I've never had a drink before in my life.
Oh, you know what? That's all right then. That's all right.
I tried it. I try to mix a little drinks.
What you say? You had plenty.
Strawberry or something that.
I feel you, savage. I have a little something every now and then. I grab me a little orange juice, put a little something in, just a little bit.
Now, I did have communion on today.
Oh yeah, okay. You need to keep it simple.
Well, that's good then.
Yeah, but it was great juice.
But you had communion. That's all. That's the main thing that matters.
But I had communion. Yes, sir.
No doubt.
Yeah.
Cool. So, how was your weekend? Anybody do anything special this weekend?
Besides being snowed in?
Yeah. Besides, y'all didn't get snow in Florida, did you?
Oh, nah. Not in my area, no way. It was, I think the other day was 81 degrees. Today it did drop down to 61, so it was really cold today.
It was really cold today, 61. Yeah. You see how he said that with a smile, right? Because he knew.
Right, yeah.
But you got to understand when you you say you party all weekend?
We say Eric?
Yes, it's my birthday weekend. My birthday is Tuesday.
Okay.
So I've been partying.
You got to do you're gonna have to take the adoptions of what the females do. You got to make it a whole month.
I know. I definitely been partying all month.
Yeah.
There you go. Because I thought the weekend was plenty, but now I'm realizing the females are saying no, it's the whole month. Okay.
Oh yeah. They start way early.
Way early, and they want you to make sure
most
you stay
men
with it the whole time.
Hey, the only time we have more than one day if we plan all the events.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you got it right.
Yeah, you right.
Hey, women, they sister girl planning that day, and somebody else planning that day. We have
somebody
to plan
else planning. They planning something at work, and then they planning for themselves.
Yeah.
When you say gifts coming to the house, like somebody sent it. Okay, let me hush.
Exactly.
Let me hush.
But nonetheless,
I didn't do anything. I just enjoyed the snow, but we got that North Carolina weather, so it's bipolar. One day is this, one day is that. Some days it's mad, some days it's happy.
It snowed this weekend. It's going to be 80 degrees this week coming up, probably, and then 20 again. So
yeah, we'll probably get rain, snow, sun, and a tornado all in the same week.
Yeah.
All right.
True that.
All right, so check this out. Today is going to be Men Speak. So ladies, this is just us talking. This is our man cave. We're going to get it in. Actually, we're going to do the ladies too, but I think our something probably better, but that's just me. Okay.
Now let me ask you this question. Now,
yeah.
It is men's conversation, but are the women able to chime in and comment or ask us questions?
Oh yeah.
Welcome,
women chime in. Yeah.
We want that.
Okay. All right. That sounds good.
Yeah.
I'm quite sure I'm gonna get some calls afterwards, if not now.
Just put your phone on silent for right now, dude.
Yeah, you're right. Definitely.
So, before the first thing we'll do for the start of the day, for the people that's watching, please include your part. But we start off with something that pisses you off, something that's on your mind. And I'm gonna start this off by saying this. I hate the movement of the women that I don't need a man conversation. That pisses me off. I hear women say, I don't need a man. I'm gonna go and get it off my chest right now. I don't need a man.
Okay. I'm gonna come back to that later. I'm gonna come back to that later and ask you why did it piss you off. But we'll wait till we get into that. Okay. We'll get into that.
No.
Piss you off. What pissed me off?
Now you better.
Let's see. I think the one I have is one thing that kind of tipped me off is if a woman is dressed a certain way, where she wants to be, have the attention, and then she's walking, and then a man looks at her, and she get mad because he's looking at her, but yet she dressed the way to get the attention. But why you go? Come on now, you look in the mirror and you say, man, I'm gonna get all the attention. But when you get out there in the public, you get mad because a single man out there is looking at you, or someone is looking at you. So yeah,
attention is attention, and you get good and bad when you desire attention.
It comes with it. It comes with it. It's just like when people post something. If you post something, you're gonna get good and bad. I don't care how good it is, you're gonna get good and bad.
Now see, yeah. You open up something that pisses me off. That makes sense. When someone posts something, and because people disagree, they want to get an attitude, or say I can post what I want on my timeline. Well, that's true.
Right.
Yeah.
But then you have a comment section for people to make comments. That's why you post it.
Yeah.
I'll be getting to that one.
You got to take the good and the bad with that too.
Yeah. And they'd be like, what they'd be like, Houston, they'd be like, get off my page. Hold on now, but you post to public.
Right.
You need to make it private.
Expect a public response. Expect a public response.
That's why you posted. You wanted the attention, so you got it.
Yeah.
But then you're gonna get upset too when it's crickets. You post something, nobody say nothing, then you got an attitude.
You don't want to like my page.
Exactly.
You didn't like my picture?
Hey, look at Denise. You see what Denise got? She said, hello, kings.
Hello, queen.
What's going on, Denise?
What's up, queen? You know what I don't like? You know what I don't like?
What's that?
What?
What's that?
When women wear those, when women wear those dust marks on their eyes, those long eyelashes.
My goodness.
Oh my gosh! I'm like, why? Why? Who told you to do that? I wonder if they know where that originated from. If they knew where it originated from, I don't think they would do it.
You wrong.
I'm saying, look it up.
You wrong. You wrong.
Yo, you know, remind me of, you remember Tom and Jerry?
Like
Is it Tom that was asleep? He had to put a toothpick in his eye to keep his eye open.
Yeah. So the outside eye say so they had to use a toothpick to keep the eyelids up. So. Yeah.
Wow.
You know what? Now I'm with you on that, Savage.
Yeah, man.
I can deal with a little. If you want to do a little something where I can't tell, just like you got nice eyelashes.
Yeah.
But when I can't tell when you blink because they go down and then they just.
Yeah.
Like what's his name?
You trying to look
like Snuffleupagus. What's his name on Sesame Street? Snuffleupagus. Yeah.
Snuffleupagus. That's the Snuffleupagus eyebrows. Oh shoot.
But you know what? Now I'm not gonna get on the bad side of the women right off the bat. So if that's what you want to do,
might as well set it off already, bro.
If that's what you want to do, that's
whatever makes you feel good.
But see, now I'm trying to understand that. We'll talk about that later. I'm trying to understand that. Somebody make sure we get back to those eyelashes.
Trust me, we're not gonna understand it at all.
Yes, sir. One thing we do, Houston, is just write it down. Write a little side note to yourself. That way you come back to it in case we do forget.
Okay, Denise said, but there are men that like it.
Yeah, true that.
I get it. I get it.
I was talking about me.
There you go.
I'm playing a couple. I'm trying. I haven't heard any, but maybe she knows some different ones that I ain't talked to. But
I don't know any guy.
Hey, my uncle once said, My uncle once said, "There's always somebody. There's always somebody for everybody."
Right. True.
So just because we may not see it in our eyes, somebody else is.
I'm talking about the ones that are extremely long. Now, I mean, just a little bit. I'm cool with.
The one that
if you got
the one where
when you blink and they touch your eyebrow, that's a little too much. That's just me.
But like they waving at you, you see them come like they waving.
That's just me now. I'm not gonna start that. Y'all just quit.
Hey, or in the time your eyelashes the same length of you extending your arm.
I'm not going there with you. I'm gonna be the defender. I'm gonna be the defender today. I'm gonna be the.
No, we're not gonna do that one.
Yeah.
Yeah, too. Some of them do take it too far. Yeah. Check this out. Go ahead and get started.
Hey, what? Hold on. What about when half of it is hanging off?
See, you try to keep this going. I'm not gonna start with you.
Hey, it ain't like this. It's like half of it. I'm like peekaboo. I can see it's not on.
It's hard. I can't do it.
No,
I can't do it.
Y'all,
I had these going off in a minute.
Today, men are going to speak. We're going to talk about some things, just a man conversation, and got a couple of topics. I think that's going to be very interesting. But before we get to that, let's go ahead and start with see what's going on in the news today. Here we go. Here we go. And
now it's time for the news. Hot topics.
Yo, what's up, fellas? This is your boy E, coming to bringing you the hot topic news for fellas night. Yeah, buddy. Hey, before we get started, hey, what about that football game? I don't know whose team you going for, but the Buccaneers versus the Rams. The Rams, they scared me for a moment. That Tom Brady is that guy. You got to look out for him. But nonetheless, the Rams defeated the Buccaneers.
Are you serious? Are you serious? I didn't know that.
Yeah,
I did not know that.
Went down to the wire. It was 27. It was 27-6, and the Buccaneers came all the way back and tied it up 27.
He good for that mess, man. That dude is a king.
Yeah,
king. I run for him not to be in it. When he in that position, that's when he is the deadliest.
Yeah, he's the GOAT.
Is dangerous.
You gotta give it to him. He's the GOAT.
You got to take off your hat to him. But the Rams, within a minute, they went all the way down the field and kicked the field goal and to end the game. So, whew,
I know Tom is hot.
Hoping
he is
they
mad.
win down.
Yeah.
He is. Hey, the second topic. I don't know if y'all heard this about a shooting in the school. Have y'all heard about the a student shot another student in the school? It's normally nationwide, all over the news. Well, this just happened on Friday. And in fact, the school is where I was substitute teaching right before the holidays. And the student that got shot, he got shot 3 times by a 16-year-old. Who got shot? I used to substitute his class, I bet you at least 7 or 8 times. I know the kid who got shot. Thank God I was at another school. He shot the kid because I think it was pertaining. At first they said it was pertaining to a female, but then the news came back and said he was talking about his deceased relative. So the young man shot him 3 times, 1 in the wrist and 1 in each leg. Not life-threatening, but he was playing football. He was a varsity football player, and he has surgery twice on his wrist. So thank God no one got killed, but the young man who shot him, oh man, he's facing some charges.
Yeah.
Feel sorry for his family.
Things are gonna be over with him for a while.
Yeah.
Hey, Michael. Hey, Michael, how you doing, man? Glad you tuned in.
Hey, Michael.
What's up, Michael?
All right.
We just getting started, brother. Hey, we on the third topic. Hey,
thank you.
Everybody know Regina King, right? Regina King, the actress.
Yes, no doubt.
Sad to say, her only son who was 26 years old, I think, committed suicide. And it's sad to hear that, you know, he was really loving his mom. His mom was a single parent. He was loving his mom and what she was doing and things of that nature. But I haven't read, it just happened 2 days ago as well. Sad to say that he took his own life. So we have to understand that, you know, people are going through some things. So we have to be mindful of what's the last words that we say to one another.
True. We'll talk. Condolences to her.
Right.
Yes, much condolences. Next topic. Yo, I don't know if y'all heard this. T.I., right? The rapper, right? He got another gear that he's trying out. T.I. has added a comedian to his resume. He's a comedian. He did a stand-up.
I saw something about that.
In Atlanta, he performed on stage. They got a video clip. I think somebody recorded in the audience, so they have a little bit of clip. He was pretty cool or whatnot, but he's going into the comedian world now. So that's
did he actually say that he's going to do this? Is that what he said, or was he just messing around?
I have to go back and he was actually doing stand up.
Okay.
So maybe it's a start to something that he wants to, because you know sometimes people get into a career field and they want to go into something else that they really had an itch for doing. So maybe let me try this out to see how it goes.
I get it.
But more on that.
And I understand it.
But more on that. Yes, sir. Hey, last but not least, my wife and I, we went to after church, we went to a restaurant in the hood, right? They got good breakfast. They just reopened, renovated. We went to, this place is, when you go there, you really have to watch your back, but the food is good. We went in there, and you could tell by the guys that's walking in, you like, oh Lord, you got to really
my friend.
Be watchful. Last time we was in there, this aunt and her son was almost fighting. She had to call the police on her nephew.
But the food was good.
Is this a restaurant you went to?
Yeah, they was fighting in the restaurant. She called the police. No, it's called Goldsboro. It's called Goldsboro, Sanford.
Huh?
Goldsboro, Florida. Right? Excuse me, Goldsboro, Florida. Yeah, Goldsboro, Florida. But fast forward, these three brothers, I overheard one of them say, hey, your birthday was yesterday, right? It was two twins. They were both 11 years old, and they had a younger brother that just turned 6 years old. And I said, young man, you just had a birthday? He said, yes. I said, come here. And so I reached in my wallet, gave him $5. That joker went back to his table, started counting. He said, you missing one. you missing something. Because I turned 6 years old. He said, don't shortchange me, the 6-year-old. He like, I said, what? You got to be kidding me. I said, I gave you a donation for your birthday, happy birthday. He said, where the other one at? And then I said, and then I reached in the pocket and gave him the other one. He said, I knew you had it. I said,
you serious?
Bad rascal. Yeah.
See, you did better than me.
This your...
Yeah, you did better than me. I would have gave him 10.
Hold on, but what's that?
Go ahead, my bad. Go ahead.
You should have gave him 5 and then pull out $1 of your pocket and said, now you're 6.
Yeah, exactly. Hey, but it's something good out of it. The more we kept talking, the manager was trying to, help them out because those three kids, a set of twins, they both 11 and a 6-year-old, they've been there since they came at 8 o'clock in the morning. Now it was 40-something degrees this morning. They said they came in shorts. They always going around the town by themselves. They don't know where their parents are. They done came there twice to eat already. But the manager told me they have their own landscape business.
Okay.
The three brothers, both from 11 and 6-year-old, said they have their own landscape business where they go around in the community and make their own money. He said, for real, they go from house to house making money. And I want to commend those 3 brothers for sticking by. I said, who's the head in this group? He said, all three of us, we together. And that made me proud to see 3 young men trying to do what's right, even when their mom or parents are not in the picture. So I want to give it up to them.
I give them credit.
Yeah, give them credit.
And to the mom.
But that's your news for tonight. Yeah, I told my wife, I said, man, I ain't give you no money for next year for your birthday. He almost could have robbed me. I felt like he was about to rob me. I'm like, hold up, little fella. He like, no, come on, you owe me one more. That joke was mad too. All right, back to you, Anthony. This is your boy ED with the Hot Topic News on Fellas Night.
Cool. I like that, man. That Virginia King thing, that's sad. That's her only child too.
So I don't imagine. The percentage is getting high of black men committing suicide.
Oh, really?
That's something. Yeah. We have to make sure we have a conversation on that one night too.
Right.
Cool. Definitely. All right. So we get down to the topic of the day, and it's something I wanted to talk about. Ladies, please respond. Guys, if you're watching, we definitely want to hear your feedback. So I had something I wanted to talk about, and here we go. Do men really feel value in today's society? And I feel like, as black men, I feel like there is a lot of value, but at the same time, I just don't feel like women appreciate us. Not only just women, I think society in whole. When you think about Black Lives Matter, they came from killings of a lot of black men, and I just feel like when we come home, even in this whole dating thing, I just feel like women, like black men, don't really. It's like, no, when women say, I don't need a man, it's like I can use you, but
I get it.
You can be in a relationship with me if you want to, but hey, I don't really need you. So, just as a whole, I mean, how do you guys feel about that?
I definitely agree with you. Definitely. I don't think we're appreciated or valued anywhere, really, unless we're doing something for somebody, like hardcore, just always doing something for somebody. That's when it looks like we're valued. But right. I don't think we're really I don't think we're valued too much.
Yeah. I was trying to make sure I didn't cut him off because that's a hot subject. That's a hot subject, man.
Yeah,
to me,
really
a lot of times I see it where they do not value men.
Right.
Some do not value men. They're kind of brought up with this thought process of, if I can do it myself, what do I need a man for?
Right.
When they say that, I'm starting to find out sometimes a lot of them are brought up that way.
You're right.
Yeah.
It was the way they were brought up. It's not a matter they just come out and go, well, I don't need a man. They weren't taught, a lot of times they weren't taught the value of a man, except for what they see on TV and on social media. And when somebody gives them a car or a ring or whatever, some people don't value, what a man can bring to the table. But at the same time, we got to know what we're bringing to the table.
Right.
We can't expect them to give value to it if we don't put some value to it ourselves.
True.
Right. And I believe to a certain extent, you are right, Houston, as far as someone probably wasn't taught how to value. But I think when you get to the point where you understand and you can find out for yourself, because a lot of time we stay on the environment that we grew up in, and a lot of time we shortchange ourselves, but not looking to see what a real how women do suppose to value a woman versus this is the way I was taught. Because even in the military, I used to teach my troops, hey, don't go by what I say. Look at the doctrine, meaning research for yourself and find out for yourself, but don't go by what I say. Go by through research on what it takes to, to value. What does value mean? A lot of times, men feel as though whenever they are giving women something, women feel appreciated. But when we don't have to give at that moment because of a hardship, whatever case may be. It's almost like some people are pushing their man to the side, like, hey, you no longer giving me the gifts like you used to, but the man may be in a situation, and the women may say, you know what, I don't need you anymore. I can get it myself, or I can go find another man that can get me the things that I desire. It now becomes a material thing.
Right. And I like what Denise just said at the bottom of the screen. Denise said, when that one person do value that man, those men take and destroy that woman. I'm pretty sure a lot of women feel that way. And I probably agree.
Yeah, I've seen a lot of situations like that.
What is destroying a woman?
Like that.
What is destroying a woman? What does that mean?
Probably hurting her, by whatever that means. It could be anything.
Is that destroying her?
Well, the word, I guess she's using the word destroy. That's how she feels when she find out something about him or he mistreats her. He feels like
a big word.
It's a very big word. But that word can be true to that woman though, because when she finds out something about that man, whether it was her idea of it or what he actually did, she might feel devastated and destroyed. But you can't let one relationship do that though.
Yeah, right, exactly. There's so many different, everybody is made different. Everybody has their own way of what a relationship is about. Not two relationships are not the same. Everybody have their own views. But yeah, I think she's talking about as far as take advantage. When women value, the men say, okay, she need me, so now I'm gonna take advantage of her. I'm thinking maybe that's how she's saying. What did she say? Not wanting to value men anymore. Okay,
that's what she means by destroying. When it destroys that woman, where she doesn't see the value of a man anymore because she thinks every man is going to do the same thing.
Yeah.
But let me ask someone like Denise this question: do you think that you continue to pick the same type of man? Because I think that's what's going to cause the destruction. You keep picking the same type man.
Yeah.
Each and every time. So you get hurt by the same type playboy dude or a certain type look, or a certain type athlete dude, or a guy that's got money. And if he got money like that, he might not be interested in trying to be in a serious relationship, but you're going to settle him down.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, you got to sometimes change your environment that you're in. And if it means going into a different city or going to a different location than what you've been going in to seek other places, like you said, hey, you are who you hang around. Yeah, if your one friend keep sending you this same dude that is, these same guys, then change your friends. If you expect for them to find you someone, or if you hanging out with them, maybe hang out somewhere differently.
I got you.
Yeah, I know, because it's like I feel that if a woman is keep getting destroyed by multiple guys, does that really make it the guy's fault? Because she keeps picking the same dude that is destroying or make her feel like she's destroyed. I would think that obviously like she's doing something wrong. She keeps picking the wrong dudes. What is she doing for the guys to keep treating her in a bad way?
True.
Yeah.
So do you guys see what Ann just said?
Yeah. And let me answer that since and I know you said not the environment, it's the mindset that needs to change. Absolutely, it's the mindset. Absolutely. But at the same time, if you are picking the same guys that keep taking advantage, or as they say, destroying the woman, then again you need to change the environment. So that's what I meant by changing the environment. But definitely it has a lot to do with your mindset.
Right.
But we talking about Jimmy Destroy?
Mindset.
Yeah, I don't like that word. It's just it's automatic to make like a men are really like destroying. Like destroy is like knocking something down. And you can't build it again. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I was just going. I was just going by their words.
I think that's just the word. Maybe just the word that she chose. But I see what you're saying.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I feel you.
But you can't. I mean, come on, now, be honest. Yeah, but for some people, hurt is different. Some people can't handle certain
Yeah.
things, and
Yeah,
I would say sometimes it can change people forever. They will never be the same.
Experience always change. Experience always change people. But I would agree with let me see, and it's about your mindset, plain and simple. You know what I mean? Like like in the past, I've been played and I wouldn't say destroyed because I'm me. I'm not. You know, you're not destroyed, but you hurt and changed the way I feel about things,
Right?
And the way I go on about life. You know what I'm saying? So my mindset changed, so where I can choose better. You know what I mean? It's just like I don't feel like I can be destroyed. You know what I'm saying? I can be hurt. I can be
exactly.
down.
Exactly.
Right. But everybody may not be as strong as you, Savage, you know, when it comes to certain things, men or women. Because for me, I mean, I can understand when you get to a point where you're so frustrated, even as a man, that a woman can destroy a man. And I can see, I've seen times where a man end up losing his life, going to prison behind a woman.
Yeah.
Because she did something or whatever the case was, he either tried to kill her or he break her house or he do whatever. You know, to me, you destroying your life because you let somebody else control it. And that's how I think some women see it.
Yeah.
The word destroy is different for everybody. I mean, what you might consider destroying in your mindset is kind of different what she might be saying.
Right. But no, I agree with you.
Yeah.
I got you.
But I understand what Jim is saying. I'm the same way. No one can destroy me. This is just me. No one can destroy me unless I allow them to.
Facts.
So you first have to have the mindset. If you allow them to, can't nobody on earth destroy me. Because it's up to how I respond. Now they can, if I allow them to, now they have persuaded me, or they have, been a contributor of the moveset in which I had, which caused me to be weakened. And I posted something the other day. I said, don't let love make you weak. Again, don't let love make you weak. We get into a relationship with someone, and then when they break up with us or they move on to another relationship, they become weak, and now they criticizing other guys and things of that nature because of the love that they have for them has made them weak. But in life, people move on. You know, if you're not advancing or if you're not contributing to the relationship, then I saw on Cheaters the other day where this female was chasing her boyfriend, and then once at the end, he was like, "Hey, I told you a long time ago I didn't want you. Please leave me alone. I'm not cheating. I moved on." So she became weakened, throughout the process because she didn't want to let him go. But sometimes if somebody said, "Hey, I want to move on," sometimes you have to let them go. And she was weakened by that, and she didn't want to accept it.
So do men really feel value in today's society? That was the subject. And, what's your guys' thoughts on that?
Nah, I just don't. I just feel like we don't have.
What is it though? What is it that you feel that way?
Like we're not important. I just feel like women, like I said, they say don't need a man. I feel like even when you meet women, just the whole thing, like they want respect, but they don't know how to give respect either. For the most part, some women do, but not all. And so
I know you're not saying
everything's always one sided.
Right.
Yeah, everything to me one sided with women is always one sided. It's always what the women want and their thing, but never about what we want.
And when you say you can't answer for men, how do you feel like men have value in your life?
Right.
Because when she says, I can't answer for men, the only reason why I always challenge women when they say that, because it's like, not saying to you, Ann, but I've heard women say, well, when it gets to a block, they go, well, I'm not a man. I don't know how to answer that. But what we're talking about women. Do you feel like that your women, your co-workers or your girlfriends value men?
Right.
So that's a question for the ladies.
I gotta say this real quick. This is on my mind. I had to get it out. The only thing I think women look at men is just a source.
Yes.
That's it. It's like either they want to use this. It's always either tied to finances majority of the time, and that's mostly it. Us providing just about everything, and they feel like, well, if what you can provide, I can also provide. Is that what relationships supposed to be about? Just about money? You know, and it's just kind of twisted. I'm not sure. I think that in our culture,
I mean,
now,
I think it is twisted.
Kind of
I think it is twisted, but society has made it twisted.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Society has made it
twisted. Because if you look at the question, go put the question back up there, Anthony.
Okay.
Hold on. Do men really feel value in today's society? Society is the key. Society is dictating, the value of men, because it's becoming where society is saying we are competing against one another, men and women. It's no longer where the men are the head of the household and this and that, or if a man is a CEO of a job, it's like okay, man, we getting ready to push all y'all to the left and let the women come equal or whatnot. The people forget what the Bible says. The Bible says God sees men and women equally. When he says that, he's saying as far as no better than the other. But then when he puts it as far as a marriage, now he puts a head of the household. That's different. It's not considered equal when God orders the man to be the head of the household. See, society is trying to bring us where no, he's no better than you. We're not saying we're better than women. We just trying to play our role, not play our role. We just trying to do our role. What was purposely for me to be as a husband. That's the role that God has given, not the role that we have given. So, and that's why I think it's a little bit off balance because of society. Society don't dictate my life and the life that I live. It's me and my understanding of what my purpose is.
I'm with you.
I think I got an example of like I don't know if it's value or what, but an example is like say you get into an argument at your house with your spouse or whatever like that, and she's beating on you and stuff like that. If the cops are called, they're automatically coming to get the guy and taking the guy away. You know what I mean? Even if she's yelling and screaming, they don't even bother with her. You know what I'm saying? They're like,
no, she will get taken down. If she's not aggressive whenever they get there, they'll take her ass down. But for the most part, they will be on the women's side.
But if she starts crying and doing all that, they're taking the guy.
When they come to the house, before they get there, they automatically in the back of their mind looking for that man.
Right.
Now, it may change once they get there. But the first thing they're trying to do is figure out, did this man put his hands on you?
Yeah.
Exactly.
So to me, unless it gets to that point that my hands are on you, we can have a disagreement, we can have an argument. But if you got to call the cops on me, you automatically going, okay, let me call the man on you. If that's the first thing you go to, right, or that's what you're thinking, you're devaluing me from the get-go, because if you value me enough, you should know me that I'm not going to do that.
Right.
That's just me. I'm not going to do that. But now,
some women don't care because some women used to drama. They like doing stuff like that. I've seen some women that sometimes get into argument just so they could be like the argument is going your way, but some people want it. Some women would twist it around where they are the victim. So everything is shifted around. So now the attention is on them. First it was on you, but now to play the victim, now you have to try to make up to them or cater to them.
Right.
And what's the one thing that they add to being the victim? The emotional cry. And that just automatically make you think he's automatically
that gets everyone. That emotional cry gets everyone. Even a girl. If a girl's crying, another girl will be like, oh, even though they don't even like each other, they'll still like, oh, she's crying. Oh my God, we got to give her I like to her. That's crazy. That sister code thing, that's crazy to me.
Well, that sister code is real. Because, like you said, two sisters cannot like each other. But let a man get involved. Girl, I know we don't talk like that, but you don't need that man. You don't need a man. They just jump right into it.
And then they'll go get the man.
They are going to protect each other. They're going to protect each other.
Yeah.
And I get it to a degree. Yeah. But at the same time, when I go back and read this, it's like it changed my whole perspective. You didn't ask, are men valued today? You said, do men really feel? How do we feel?
Nobody cares.
Do we feel value?
Exactly.
No.
Exactly.
Nobody cares.
I have to change up and go, no, we don't feel value.
Yeah. And you know the first thing that women would say? Oh, I disagree. Hold on, how you disagree with
how I feel.
what you said? Do men feel value? I'm the man. I'm speaking from my point of view. So how you gonna disagree with the men if we're saying it?
Right.
Now,
You're not,
I'm gonna
like you
play,
said,
you know,
it's do men feel value?
right. Now, one thing I like to do whenever I come on here, guys, you're gonna get used to me. I'm gonna play devil's advocate.
Mhm.
I'm gonna play devil's advocate because now here's the thing that I've seen some women, because I have female friends that I've known for years, and we would talk about certain things, and I would try to keep it 100 with them. Some of them take it, and some of them don't. But whenever we start talking about how we feel about something, now they want to put you in that weak category.
Right.
He's a weak man, or I need a strong, masculine man. And he wants to be strong and masculine, but he's also trying to be careful with you to not hurt your feelings in a certain way. Because some things we say as a man, we can say to another man, we ain't got to take it back. But if you say this to your woman, you can't take that back. You know, now, like you said, some women like drama. They want to hear that man hoot and holler and yell and almost get in her face. And she told my Lord, he loved me.
Right.
Yeah.
I've gotten out of situations like that. If I've got to hoot and holler and be all up in your grill and throw you down on the bed and take it and you, that's what I love right there.
Wait a minute. He's
so
saying
toxic.
That's too toxic for me. I don't.
right.
We're not playing that. But when you say, do we feel
I
bad?
think
Sometimes we don't.
I think a lot of time women pick and choose a lot. You don't know when you it's like at one moment you're good, another moment if you're not pleasing me in this area, then it wipes out all the good that you did. And now you're a totally bad person. Instead of just that activity or that event, we are put in a point where you can, I guess it's almost like the Super Bowl. You can win all the season games. If you get to the end, if you get to one game and you don't win, now all those
You out.
are erased. You're a piece of crap or whatnot. And that's how sometimes we're looked at when we can't fulfill, because as a man or as a woman, you can't fulfill the desires of your mate regardless. There's going to be some things that are void. And I always said that, I can't please a woman entirely and she can't please me entirely. The gap has to come from God. If I'm not giving you this, it's not because I'm not giving my all. A lot of times we can give our all, but we looked at, oh, you ain't trying hard enough. But you see, I'm giving my all, trying to make things work. But yet you criticize me for not meeting your expectations. And that's one thing that women have to do better at, is appreciate the man for where he's at and help him to please you more, instead of criticizing him for giving 100% and not meeting your goal.
Anthony, could you put that other one up there from Ian? Y'all notice that every time we're speaking in general, a woman always says, not all women. We know that. We know that.
Yeah, we know it's not all women.
I know, we know
We're
this.
just
I
talking
don't
about
understand where that ever comes from. That just annoys me.
It does me too, because we all gonna speak from some point of view.
Right.
Yeah.
We said it wasn't all men, all women.
And another reason why I say I don't think we value either, because even when you meet people, most women, they have in their mind what a man's supposed to be. And most of the time they have a list. But just talking to guys in general, we don't really, we know what type of woman we're looking for, but we don't actually very come out, well, girl, if you don't have this, or she don't have that, if she ain't working this, we don't really go across it like that. So it's almost like they have their little standard of what we have to be. And it's almost like we have to live up to that in the beginning. The thing that confuses me is they don't want nobody that requires any work. They want a man that's already together. Now this is a trick. The man that got it all together, the man that got all the money, he just like you. He don't need you because he got it.
Right.
Most women would love to be with him because he has the car, he has the house, he has the money. His mindset is, I don't need a woman. I can have plenty of women. Why did I need just one? Now, I'm here to say his mindset is wrong too. Because at the end of the day, whether we realize or not, our natural, we're automatically attracted to the other side. I don't care how many would say you don't need a man. You're going to desire at some point because that's our natural attraction. That's why we keep going there. We both say that. I mean, women and men, I don't need, but we keep going because we're naturally attracted. However, because we're naturally attracted, we just don't want to fess up to that. We need each other. Whether we realize it or not, we need each other. Both sides right now, I feel like in society do not want to bend. We're this way, they're that way, and nobody's trying to meet each other in the middle. That's why relationships not working. It has nothing to do with the word marriage. It's because people lost the capabilities of knowing how to make a relationship work. Nobody wants to change. One thing that that I think God showed us is sacrifice. Women, if you really want a good man, there's no way you're gonna ever get a good man without some sacrifice. Everything we have in life comes with some form of sacrifice. You're gonna give up something to get it. Same thing for men. So don't think you just get a man. I'm set financially all my life, and I just get to find a man. I plug and play him in my life, and then we live happily ever after because he got money, I got money. We got the same mindset. It don't necessarily work that way. There's gonna be some opposite things that sometimes when you weak, the other person's stronger, and vice versa. And that little counteracting each other is what makes the whole thing work. If you're not gonna find somebody just like you. Look at Bobby Whitney; they were just alike. They both was on drugs, so. Somebody just like you in some area, just because y'all like the party, she like the party. Oh, I don't necessarily mean that. Sometimes sometimes you need a person that don't like the party to bring your ass in and say, "Look, you hanging out all night. Do you understand you lose a lot of money?" So you don't have to. Don't try to. Women have a lot of things that men have to be all this different, but nobody's perfect on both sides.
Yeah, I agree with you on that one. And because I was thinking about this the whole time. Remember when last week's show when I was like, that's cap. When I asked a specific question with the guys, how much do we look for? What do we need, or what do we look for in a relationship? We need like 2 or 3 things. You know what I'm saying? And then it's like we can work with everything else, but without, you know what I mean? Those 2 things we sit at the base, and we can work everything else out. You notice what I said to the ladies, like I said, we don't have no list like that. But they're like, you know what I mean? I was like, you have a long list, and they know we don't. Yes, you do. Right. Why do you need a list of things? You start with a base and you go on with there. And you're already starting to make a relationship hard to be in because you're making a list of things that I have to do for you instead of starting with a base. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But I think that goes back again to a lot of women are brought up to have a list. They're brought up to have a list. You know that because their sister or their mom or television, they want a 6 foot tall. You know, my man needs to be 6 foot tall. He needs to be built this kind of way, well educated, make money. You know, do this, that, and the other. But then, and that's fine if that's on your list. But are you what he's looking for? Because if a man is making $100,000 or $150,000 a year, he's 6 foot tall, and he's got it going to the gym. 90% of the women want 2% of the men. There's only 2% of black men in this country that makes $150,000 a year. 2%. And all the women want them. So
wait a minute. All the women think they deserve him. That's a difference.
That's
no. It's the same thing. They want them and think they deserve them.
Right.
Yeah.
And so
that's because they're materialistic.
So what now?
Go ahead. Right. And that's because they're materialistic.
I think some of it is materialistic, but I think some of it is how they were brought up or the mindset that think.
Right. But still, both of y'all are right though. Both of y'all are right because you brought up to be materialistic. That's why I said most women look at men as a source. It's almost like what they can get from him, what he need to provide. If you don't do any of that stuff, he's trash. And if she making $100,000, she's thinking, well, I want him making $200,000 because I want him to be able to provide more that I can't have or provide for myself. Yeah. So nobody's really judging the character of the man. What he stand for. Is he a good man? You know, complete. Does he work hard? Is he a man if this coronavirus thing get really bad and we have to go try to find food? Can he go out there and find food for his family or find food for his woman and help her survive? Every guy ain't got that.
Yeah, but that's not important to some women. Some women, if they go to college, they get their masters and they get their bachelors and their masters, and then they go get this job making $90,000 a year. Some of them don't really care about I'm not gonna say what they look like, but they're not looking at what is gonna attract a man of the caliber she wants. She feel like that then if she's making this kind of money and got this education, that kind of man's supposed to come to her. And it doesn't work that way. It doesn't work that way. So a man making 40,000 a year is still a good man. Ain't nothing wrong with that. But they don't look at some women don't look at that. They don't look at that.
And you know why? Because
let me
I guess because the women want the men to buy them things and gifts because it makes them feel good, make them feel valued, make them feel like a female, right? Well, we desire the same things, not a gift, but a certain things that make us feel masculine, makes us feel like a man.
Right.
That's what we're not getting from women nowadays.
Yeah. Let's read. Put up there what Naya. I think that's how you said her name. Put up there what Naya. I'm gonna read what she just said. I think over time and with experiencing different men or relationships, women have figured out what they want to do.
To what they already had.
They include more things, 2 to 3 things. I believe older men are the same way. They know what specifically they want after going through relationships.
Hey fellas, let me ask you a question. I know we're old enough to know that we've been with a lot of different women, right? Don't we still have the same? Don't we have the same list?
Yep.
Same list, right?
Yeah.
We can work it out.
Yeah.
So,
and we all can say what those lists. We all can say what those lists.
You know what it is.
Love, respect, support,
a peace of mind. That's all about a peace of mind.
Yeah.
Don't be in my damn
peace.
face.
But the dress
y'all know y'all got more on the list than that.
No, actually, I can work out the rest. Oh well, you gotta, you know what I mean. We're talking about the looks. I know you go with that one.
Listen, I'm gonna tell you something. The reason why a lot of us keep falling to the same situations because we really haven't studied ourselves enough to learn about who we really are. Because we keep talking about the word "want," and that's half the problem. Because we're searching out the things we want. You might want a $100,000 car, but you might need a Toyota Corolla. There's certain things when you figure out your weaknesses, and you start to understand what you need to make yourself function good or love or whatever the case might be. Once you figure yourself out, it's not about the other person. It's figuring your weaknesses out. Then you should be able to figure out the type of person that you need to balance that out.
And who can compliment you? Who can compliment you?
Yeah,
compliment.
You need who can compliment you. But I think older women, as they get older, once you hit 30, I think they start thinking a little differently because they're starting to realize time is running out. Let's just keep it 100. Your time starts to run out as you start hitting 35, 40, 45. And I think your mindset goes, you know what? I passed up on probably some good men because I was looking for this specific or this certain type thing. So a lot now, younger women, they still have this mindset of, I want a 6 foot, I want this, I want that. When they 20, 21, 22, they really don't realize they may need somebody a little older because what you're looking for established, you're not going to find another 22-year-old. A 22-year-old girl and a 22-year-old man, it really, it's not going to really work like that because one, he don't have himself established to try to take care of a woman. I mean, that's just research I've been looking at. It's rare for it to work out. They may stay together, but it doesn't really work out because he's still young-minded. We need to figure out how to get out here, make this money, and learn how to save it and not be buying sneakers and Nike jumpsuits every time we get paid. How to put some money away and stash it. So when we find a certain type woman, we can take care of her. But we know at the same time, when I say take care of her, I don't mean take care of your bills. I mean, hey, I can take care of the household and be strong enough of a man to go, look, no, we're not going to make that move. We're not going to do that. But that's where the disrespect come from. A lot of women don't value men to make that decision.
But right. And that's because, Houston, they looking at love don't come from the exterior. Love come from the interior. Right. The inner part of an individual. And a lot of times, like you said, women are looking for that exterior and think that that's where love is coming from. Oh, if I get this 6'5" man, one that got a house, a car, whatever, that's gonna come with love. No. Just like God said, the love of money is the root of all evil. If that's what you're looking for, that's what you're gonna get. You may not get the love and the peace and the happiness that comes from the inside, because that's not what your focus was. But let me redirect you all to another thing. In the Bible, it says some people are not meant to be married. Although, God says it's not wise for a man to dwell alone. But the Bible says some people are not meant to be married. Some people are best being single, and best being. But when they are single and they try to be married, God's purpose for them wasn't for them to be married. It could be how to represent being married to Him as a single person, whether you're a man or a woman. I know at one point in time, I told God I wanted to be married to Him, and let me tell you, that was one of the best relationships I ever had, was being married to God. And from there, I began to learn about myself and how much I can endure through things, and how much I can, things come at me and I just brush them off because I was married to God and He protected me from all harm and danger. So that's one thing we have to understand. Find out in our singleness where we supposed to be in life. If we're not meant to be married, don't try to make a mess of it. If you get into this relationship with another man or with a woman, you're not going to give your all, because that wasn't your purpose.
Right.
Where you're at, be happy in the state that where you're at. And if God allowed it to happen, which again, sometimes that's not the position of some people. If He allowed it to happen, then that mean He has prepared you for that moment. But don't get into something too quick, knowing that you wasn't purposely made for that.
Cool. Well, you guys, we're gonna have to close out for the day, but before we go, this conversation was going good, man, because we could talk even longer. It's like we haven't been talking that long.
It's true. It's true.
Go by fast. But let's go ahead and get the last thing for the day. Jimmy, what's your last thoughts of, do you think Black women respect men, or are we valued?
It could happen. It could happen. It just depends on their mode, or how they feel that day. It changes. It changes drastically every day, every minute, every second. Right. But I say, to me, don't even worry about it. Value yourself. You know what I'm saying? I'm like to the point where it's like I don't care what you're talking about. I really don't care. Like, if I value myself and do what I need to do, and be the man that I need to be, everything's gonna drop in my lap anyway. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not worrying about a female or what they're talking about, what they're saying. I'm getting on my purpose, because once you start worrying about a female, now that's a job right there. Sure. I go and handle one job, that's to keep myself right. You know what I'm saying? So, as men, value yourself first, no matter what. And if they, if they don't want to value, that's what it is. It is what it is. We move on and we be men.
Cool.
Plain and simple.
Richie. Cool. Houston.
Do men really feel valued? I think there are times in life where we do not feel valued. There are times that that things happen, or you deal with certain people or certain women, and they will not have any value for you at all, except for what you bring to the table. So that's my thought. Do I feel valued in the relationship, in the marriage that I'm in now? Love it. Yes, I feel valued. But there have been times in my life that I did not. And I saw the disrespect, from where you got me involved, and then you got somebody else involved, and you get money from over here and money from over there. Somebody paying your light bill, somebody else paying your phone bill, but that there's a dude that wanted to spend time with you and be with you, but couldn't because of what you were going through. So I don't think men really feel value in today's society like they used to. So that's something that we got to work on.
Right. And what you got here? I wish I could read this comment. What's FOG?
For your information?
VOG?
I don't know. I wouldn't even say it.
I don't know what the VOG stand for.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah, I don't know what that is either.
Hey, Leon, let us know what VOG means, because I just thought maybe I just wasn't hip, But So, Eric, what you
I'm
got?
tired of being here. Just write it out for me. Just write it out for me.
I'm gonna just leave with this. You know, women, we look at you all as beautiful part of our lives, and I think you all are beautiful human beings who God have created. And as men, we just want to be appreciated, for where we are. And and that's why God put us together, so we can complement one another. And just because we're not where you want us to be, if you just compliment us and appreciate us for where we're at, we can grow together. And when we grow together, there's a beautiful relationship. There's a beautiful diamond that God has created. If we just continue to compliment one another and appreciate one another for where we're at, there's growth. Continue to love every day, and love will continue to grow the relationship.
Yeah, it's true. And I just want to say too, I always speak about negative and positive energy. And ladies, if you have negative thoughts about men, you will always keep attracting a negative man. So you got to stay positive and pray for what you want, but also prepare yourself.
Yes.
It's the most important thing. If you want to be married, prepare yourself to be a wife. Don't be trying to go around and look like a girlfriend and think a man. Everybody got to home themselves, men and women both. So if you want to get married, you should concentrate on being a wife. And when that guy sees it, he'll recognize it. I know one person that's I'm a sort of dating, but I know one person that's been showing me some good things, and she's not showing me a girlfriend, she's showing me a wife. So guys remember stuff like that. So other than that, guys, this is the day.
Hell yeah.
All right, no doubt.
Yeah.
Women, value yourself.
That's right.
Appreciate others.
And men
That's what
definitely
the
value
problem
yourself.
is. They value themselves too much.
Exactly right. And for the guys, y'all, we got to mention, guys, step your game up. The women are looking for kings, and so kings mean, think yourself as a king, operate as a king, and just do the right thing, man. Support your kids, do what you're supposed to do. Just be a good man. Forget all that stuff about the streets. I never see the streets get anybody anywhere. So women, stop letting TV influence you, and just find a good person, and let's keep it moving. Nothing like relationships and love. All right, you guys. Have a good night.
All right, fellas.
Y'all be blessed. Appreciate y'all, fellas.
Be blessed.
This conversation went so smooth.
Don't you go there, Jeremy. Don't you go there.
So smooth.